Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll also find a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can access information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam, and also how to make the best use of the time on exam day when you're working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be super. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. And so now we're going to have a look at the next paper, the second paper in the 2015 Grade 3 past paper booklet. So if you turn with me to page 6, and we'll make a start on paper B. And so as I always say, I know I'm repeating myself, but do try this on your own first of all. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. Always make sure you're writing in pencil. I use a nice mechanical pencil just to keep it neat and tidy so it's sharp, and you'll have your trusty eraser to hand, so it doesn't matter if you go wrong, you can just rub it out and have another go. It's much better to learn by your mistakes. You could probably do with a ruler as well, just to keep everything neat and tidy. And so I'm hoping you've had a go at these questions on your own first of all, and so now I'm going to work through these questions with you on this paper B. So question 1 asks us to add the missing bar lines to each of these two melodies. So we're going to have two different time signatures, so just be careful you don't just carry on and try and find the same time signature. They both begin on the first beat of the bar, so we've just got a bit of counting to do here. So this is 12/8, which if you think about it is compound, quadruple, massively long bars, and we're looking for 4 groups of 3. Alternatively, just count 12 quaver beats, 12/8 notes per bar. So we could go 1 1/2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that will get you there. So we know there's our first. But at a quick glance, we can see group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 1, group 2, group 3 of 3, group 4 of 3. You want to just double check that. 1 1/2 plus this makes 2, 3, 4 1/2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, counting in quaver beats or eighth notes. So now we're just going to keep counting in these groups of 3. We want group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. There's our bar line. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. There's our bar line. And then we know that we're okay with this odd little bit at the end, because when it says etc., that means the bar's not complete. The music just carries on. So that's that one completed. Now again, we're in quadruple time in this time signature, but this time we're looking for 4 crotchets or 4 quarter notes per bar. We're in simple time now. So there's 1 beat, there's another 2, 3 1/2 with another half here makes 4. There's our first bar. 1, 2, 3 1/2 with this half here makes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our next bar line. Carrying on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line in between the tie, 1 1/2 with this other half here makes 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 1/2 with this other one here makes another half, which gives us 4. And then we've just got this one odd one here, but that's okay. When it says etc., we know that the last bit won't be complete. Now, just moving on to the next question. We no longer need to complete this now. In the newly revised exam from 2018 onwards, the papers don't have this complete a 4-bar rhythm question, so there's no need to continue with that in these papers. It's still a good idea to use these exam papers for revision purposes, but there's no need to do that because it doesn't crop up in the exam now. So we'll just skip on to the next question. And so we've got some scales to write out here, so just be careful to follow exactly what they say. We're using semi-breves or whole notes, so there's no need to worry about stems. We're just doing 1 octave. So first of all, we need to write C sharp melodic minor ascending, no key signature, but of course we need to include any sharps or flat signs. So first of all, I'm just going to get the blobs in place. So starting on C, we'll start low because we're going to go up. Get the octave in. There's middle C, line, space, line, space, line, space. Making sure I step up. I've finished on C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So C sharp minor is related to E major, so we should have a key signature of F, C, G, D sharps. We need to add those as accidental, so let's do that now. F. Now the C sharp occurs twice because it begins and ends on that, so it looks like we've written too many. It looks like we've written 5 sharps when we've done this, but we haven't. We've just written C sharp twice. So F, C, G sharps and D sharps. So that's our key signature taken care of as accidentals, but now we've got to address the melodic minor. And remember, ascending, the melodic minor raises the 6th and the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is sharpened, 7 is sharpened. So that's that one soon done. Carrying on. So now we're in the bass clef and we need to write B flat major descending, and we need a key signature. So I'm going to pop that key signature in straight away. B flat major has a key signature of B flat and E flat, so that's job done. I'm going to start on this top B here because then we've got room to come down without needing ledger lines. There we go, we finished on B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's correct. And the key signature's done the rest of the work for us, and so that's that question now completed. Easy peasy. So moving on, let's just turn the page and we'll have a look at question 4. So we've got to do a little bit of detective work here. We need to name the key of each of these tonic triads. Now a big clue here is in the word tonic. And so we know that this lowest note is our key note, our tone key or tonic. That's our home note. So in treble clef, that's an E flat. So we know it's E flat something. Excuse me. So we need to know whether it's E flat major or E flat minor. E flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats and A flats, which this fits. The G would be natural in the major scale. And so we know it's E flat major. Okay, so we're in the bass clef. Here's our tonic, which is a B. And we need to now decide if it's B major or B minor. B major would have the key signature, of F, C, G, D and A. Well, we don't have a D sharp here. We do have an F sharp though, so it can't be major. B minor is related to D major, which has a key signature of F sharps and C sharps, and that explains why there's an F sharp here but no D sharp. So it has to be B minor. That's the only way we can explain the absence of the D sharp. Here, it's helpful if you've got all your major and minor keys written out on a piece of paper before you even start, and then you can just refer to these. You only need to do your thinking once rather than continually racking your brain. So I suggest that you do that before the start of an exam. So here we go, let's move on. So our tone note here is an E in the bass clef, so we need to decide is it major or minor. E major has a key signature of F, C, G, D. That would explain the G sharp. E minor would not have that G sharp because it's related to G major, which has F sharps in the key signature. So it has to be major to explain that G sharp. So here we have the treble clef and our tonic here, Our home note is F sharp, and so we need to describe whether this is F sharp major or F sharp minor. F sharp minor is related to A major, which has A naturals, but it has F sharps, C sharps and G sharps, and so that explains the A natural, so we know that that's the minor scale. Here our tonic in the treble clef is A flat. A flat has a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats and D flats, and that explains why there's C is natural, because that's part of the major scale, and so we know that that's A flat major. There we go. You can get half marks straight away just by noting the tonic down. So even if you got a little bit confused, if you've got your E flat, your B and so on, that would give you 5 marks straight away, and then the major or the minor gives you the remainder of those 10 marks. I do hope that's helpful to you. We'll look at the next question in the next video. If you can give me a like, that would be super. Please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. I hope that you're enjoying working through these with me. I hope that it's helpful to you. Please do go to sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.